What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today, why do Star Wars fans hate Rian Johnson so much? Well, that's a very easy answer to a very easy question, but I haven't read the article, so let's read the article. Let's hear what this person has to say. Let's see if you touch on the obvious answer here, because I'm curious. I mean, it's really easy, and we'll get to that here just shortly. Everybody watching this video knows the answer. Taking on the directorial role for a Star Wars movie is almost as risky as becoming president of the United States for obvious reasons. You basically find yourself between a rock and a hard place in pleasing your constituents while still inspiring newcomers to accept you. That's a fair assessment. Such was the case for Rian Johnson stepping in to direct The Last Jedi several years ago, before he took the Skywalker saga in a new and almost shocking direction. The backlash was more than a little intense on social media, including people attacking him there. You're kidding me. People actually went after someone on social media? Shocking. Shocking. Fortunately, Johnson didn't leave Twitter. Yeah, I mean, because you know, all the big name directors are, you know, Christopher Nolan and Spielberg and Scorsese, they're all just sitting on Twitter arguing with fans. Okay. He has a specific way to respond to fans. Oh, yes, he does. He has a very specific way of responding to fans, doesn't he? I wonder if we're going to get into that. Kind of leads to the answer to the question, and also has a lot of other cinematic aces up his sleeve in the months to come. It may be enough to redeem himself to Star Wars fans if he begins another trilogy at the turn of the decade. What? It may be enough to redeem himself to Star Wars fans? Rian Johnson is irredeemable to Star Wars fans. Period. It will not happen. You really aren't paying attention to what's going on if you think Rian Johnson is redeemable in any way, shape, or form, because he is not. What's the beef with the Star Wars community? Okay, I'm hoping we're going to get into it right here. You'll find numerous essays over the last couple of years about what bothered Star Wars fans when Rian Johnson made The Last Jedi. Most reasons were because he went far and above what fans expected and took the story into left field. Far and above? Far and above? Including surprising arcs for the main characters. No, that's a misrepresentation of what he did, but okay. Taking hold of a major media property and going against fan wishes is true bravery. Brave and strong. So brave. So big, brave, and beautiful, Rian Johnson. So brave. So brave. However, it tells something a bit chilling about how many fantasy movie properties are more or less claimed by the fans with adamant demands on where the direction of the story should go. Yes, because it's so bad that fans actually care about the things that they are fans of, and they want to see that thing actually honored and respected. That's so terrible, isn't it? This person is very, very much out of touch with what's going on. It sounds like you downloaded some NPC talking points. We all saw what happened to George Lucas when he went against the canon of what many fans wanted the prequels to be. What? We all saw what happened to George Lucas when he went against the canon of what many fans wanted the prequels to be. Fans simply couldn't accept his own vision, which was admittedly weaker than what Rian Johnson came up with. Okay. Oh my God, there's a lot wrong with that. Okay. Even the most adamant prequel haters, and I'm not one of them because obviously I'm a prequel defender. I've always been a prequel defender and I always will be. But even the most adamant prequel haters will still tell you, for the most part, they like the story in the prequels. The story is not the problem. The execution of the story is the problem. And even prequel defenders like myself will admit that the execution it's got some issues. There's no denying that. But you saying you went against the canon? No, he didn't. It was the execution of the ideas that was the problem. You're just trying to use George Lucas to make Rian Johnson sound better. And that shows how weak of an argument you actually have. And then to say that they were admittedly weaker than what Rian Johnson came up with. Blasphemy. Nonsense. You truly have no idea what you're talking about. Maybe you can blame the advent of fan fiction in the online age. Also, with countless Star Wars novels written by others, you can say the franchise was hijacked by others and taken in various directions not everyone could agree on. That's a misrepresentation of things, too. You're misrepresenting a lot here. The true diehard Star Wars fans still aren't happy with The Last Jedi for him killing off Luke and the trajectory of Rey as just for starters. That's not why fans are mad. You really don't get this, do you? It's not that he killed Luke, it's that he neutered Luke and then killed him. Like, you didn't honor Luke. Like, how do you not understand this? You downloaded the NPC talking points. At the same time, you'll find other fans who say it helped
It set up a bigger creative challenge for the upcoming Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, those are the Reylo fans. J.J. Abrams has already stepped up to make this happen, and we have a feeling some major curveballs are going to be thrown when it releases in December. Before then, though, Johnson is going to be having a new movie come out, already being hailed as a masterpiece. Good God. Oh, this dude, man. You don't have any critical thinking, do you? You are absolutely a perfect NPC. Oh my God. Knives Out will likely remind everyone of how brilliant of a filmmaker Johnson is. Ugh. No critical thinking. He'll be taking the old Agatha Christie formula of the ensemble murder mystery and offering some darling new twists. In other words, Johnson is truly a rule breaker, something not always going over well in fan communities or even in Hollywood itself. We're pretty sure Knives Out will do well at the box office, though thanks to its all-star cast. There's a good bet it'll set Johnson up to redeem himself within the Star Wars community if his proposed new trilogy has the green light. No, it won't. Everything that we've heard about Johnson's Knives Out is that it's a Orange Man bad, Trump supporter bad, subliminal messages in the movie. So of course the critics are loving it. Of course they are. That's not going to help him with the Star Wars fans. What are you talking about? A recent report says Rian Johnson isn't really sure if he'll be directing a new Star Wars soon. So since the schedule isn't quite worked out yet. At the time, there's a toss-up about whether he'll go first or if Benioff and Weiss will do their trilogy starting in 2022. If we had any say of the matter, we'd say Johnson should wait even longer before revisiting Star Wars. Doing so helps further prove him as an innovative filmmaker as he's already has before TLJ thanks to sci-fi films like Looper. He's already an innovative filmmaker? Looper was fine. It was not great. It was okay. I didn't hate Looper. What else did he do? Brick. I haven't seen Brick. And then he directed a couple of episodes of Breaking Bad. It doesn't define him as an innovative filmmaker for having a decent film, even though he put bad makeup on Joseph Gordon-Levitt's face, which really derailed the movie for me. I haven't seen Brick, so I can't speak to Brick. And he directed a couple of episodes of one of the greatest TV shows of all time. It's not like he made Breaking Bad great. Breaking Bad was already great. Vince Gilligan is a true leader, and he kept Rian Johnson in check. That's what happened. Considering he's always open to conversations on Twitter. Oh my God, man. What? Not that he can't handle all the critical Star Wars fans. Considering he's always open to conversations on Twitter, this is where we're getting to right here, because I think we're at the end of this article, because this next thing is about Lady Gaga. You have not answered this very, very easy answer as to why Star Wars fans hate Rian Johnson. He's been able to quill the tidal waves of criticism as a form of a miracle. Waiting more years to revisit the galaxy far, far away will give more time and distance so he can provide something refreshing rather than feel like he's crashing a party where he's no longer welcome. Wow. Okay. A lot to unpack here. The main thing is, what's the beef with the Star Wars community? Well, it's a pretty simple answer. And as I've said many times, it's not about making a bad movie. It's about the response to the response. Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, Rian Johnson, J.J. Abrams to a lesser extent, they all tried to paint the fans as racist and sexist for having an opinion on a movie. That is where the problem lies. Yes, making the bad movie was definitely an issue, but it's how you respond to it. Calling people man babies, saying they're basement dwellers, making all the dismissive remarks, openly saying that your movie had no criticisms that anybody should, there's no valid criticisms of your movie. He point blank said that. This is the problem with Rian Johnson. If Rian Johnson would have made The Last Jedi exactly how it is, saw the criticism, saw the backlash, and said, you know what? I wanted to take some risk. I wanted to step outside of the box a little bit. Clearly, looking back on it now, I've upset a lot of the fans. That was never my intent. And, I'm hoping moving forward that JJ can kind of get things back on track. But I'm proud of our efforts with this movie that we made. But unfortunately, we did upset a lot of people. And for that I'm deeply regretful. I definitely respect the Star Wars fans and the community and the mythology. And we just wanted to take a risk. If he would have answered that way, which he doesn't have that ability, then a lot of Star Wars fans wouldn't have the hate and the vitriol that we have for Rian Johnson. But that's not what he did. What he did is he called us man babies. And he said that the movie had no flaws. And he said that people were upset with Empire when it came out too. Tried to pretend that he was on Empire level. That's why Star Wars fans hate Rian Johnson. And then when you take that hypothetical response I gave, we all know that's not possible because Rian Johnson has been on record saying that he intentionally wants to piss people off with his movies. Now, there's nothing wrong with that if you're creating a new IP. I don't have a problem if you create a new IP and your whole intent is to try to get a triggered response from people. I don't really have a problem with that. You took over a pre-existing franchise with pre-existing mythology, pre-existing characters, and arcs. So no, you don't get to just walk into something that was created by other greater, better people and try to troll the audience. That is the problem. That is why Star Wars fans don't like Rian Johnson. You didn't address any of these points in your article because you're not paying attention, because you're not interested in the truth. You're interested in repeating the NPC talking points, and that's perfectly fine. That's why I'm here, so I can call out your garbage and educate you a little bit on the obvious of what's going on. It doesn't take a lot of research to find out what's going on here. It doesn't take much to see the things Rian Johnson has said and the disrespectful comments he's made towards Star Wars fans. It doesn't take much, yet you didn't decide to do that. That is why Star Wars fans hate Rian Johnson. This is why we will never accept him again. He is irredeemable no matter what happens moving forward with any film he makes. You're welcome, Greg Bryan, for doing your work for you. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Have a great day, and we will talk to you later. Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.